The worst kept secret in America apparently now is official, and to the surprise of absolutely nobody, except maybe his own family, Urban Meyer is the new head coach at Ohio State. Now, I mention his family because his daughter Nikki thumbed out this tweet earlier this year. He is not, repeat, not going to Ohio State. I also mentioned the man's family because he had said the reason he had left Florida was to make up for lost time with his family.
At the end of the day, I'm very convinced that you're going to be judged on how you are as a husband, as a father, not if you know, how many bowl games we won.
If that really is the case, Herb, then you're going to go down as a better coach than you are a husband and a father because you are back in it less than a year after making that statement. In other words, he didn't leave Florida because he was looking to rebuild his family. He left because he did not want to rebuild the Gator program. Didn't want to stay after becoming a middle-of-the-road SEC team after losing his all-world quarterback and a couple of coordinators. Yeah, it's all about the family. Until a great job opens up, and then it's not, and then you bounce. And you do it without even knowing how hard the NCAA is going to come down on your new program. And how about Ohio State? Can't blame the Buckeyes. They just keep falling forward. Their best coach in decades nearly destroys the program, and they're able to replace him with an even better one. And you know Herb will get it done there. The Big Ten is about half the conference the SEC is, and players will still want to play for him, and coaches will still want to work for him as well. Just know this, Buckeye fan, if it doesn't work out, he'll be looking to once again deal that family card from the bottom of the deck, but we'll all know it's just a joker. Syracuse did the right thing in firing assistant coach Bernie Fine. He may be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but that doesn't mean the school needs to wait for the legal process to play out before deciding what to do with him. 3 accusers coming forward and a damning telephone call where his wife admitted he, quote, needs help, and that he, quote, thinks he's above the law, end quote, are more than enough to run him. The question is, after seeing Joe Paterno get whacked, is Jim Boeheim next? The answer is no, not as of now. The Syracuse situation is nothing like the Penn State situation, at least at this point. I can see where Boeheim would rush to the defense of his right-hand guy and a guy that he's known for more than 4 decades, but he came out way too hard, way too fast in calling the accusers liars and saying that they were only in it for the money. Now, he's in a Champ Bailey-like backpedal saying he, quote, deeply regrets his previous statements. Yeah, I'm guessing he does. It doesn't get much worse than calling molestation victims liars and accusing them of looking to just get paid. If Boeheim really didn't know what Fine was doing, then he snapped prematurely and now he's paying the price. But that price should not be his job, unless he did know what Fine was about, and then it will be. No one guy is bigger than any program. Go ask Paterno. The cover-up is always worse than the crime, except unlike Penn State, there is no deliberate cover-up right here. Unless there is, Boeheim should be safe, unless he pops off again. Quick disclaimer, this is a Stevie Johnson house. He's one of our best correspondents ever. I think the guy's a great talent and a great personality, so this undoubtedly is going to hurt me more than it hurts him. But my man, you cannot do this.
2:11 to go in the first half. Back to throw, Fitzpatrick, slant right, caught at the goal line, into the end zone. Stevie Johnson with a touchdown. Now a knucklehead play by Johnson. He picks up a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for excessive celebration.
That was the proverbial spit your drink out moment, like, oh no he didn't. Oh yes he did. He mocked a dude who busted a burning cap into his own leg and spent 20 months in the pen for doing it. Not cool, my man. But if you're going to do it, you may as well have just gone all in with it. You should have rolled around on the ground in pain and broke out the ketchup packet from your sock for blood, and then had a teammate come over and tie a tourniquet around it while having 2 other guys carry you off the field. My man, I know you like to have fun, entertain, and even shock, but there is a line and you just crossed it. You can't mock a dude who shot himself in the leg and then sat the whole 20 months because of it. And if you're going to, you really can't drop a potential game-winning touchdown pass that hits you right in the hands late in the 4th quarter. I know you like to keep it real, and that's all I'm doing right here. I'll still look forward to our next chat and your next correspondent piece, but in the meantime, you really have to stop shooting yourself in the leg. Literally. And I don't want any of you to tell me that I just don't get the joke. I get the joke. It's impossible not to get it. It's just not funny, especially when his team had been blown out 3 weeks in a row and he had not been in the end zone in a month. Stevie, you're still my guy. Just stick with spitting rhymes and stop popping slugs. So how was your Thanksgiving? Probably the same as always. Family football game in the AM, then a few pops, plus multiple plates of fat and starches, and Uncle Terry hip-flasking knob cherry under the table. All the classics. Well, the Rome family had a new treat this year, the same one yours had, a midday stomping on national television. Never mind being over the line, Ndamukong Suh wasn't within a city block of the line while bouncing Evan Dietrich Smith's dome off the turf and then stomping on it. And his explanation afterwards and denial were even worse.
I was on top of the guy being pulled down and trying to get up off of the ground. Why you see me pushing his helmet down? Because I'm trying to remove myself from the situation. And as I'm getting up, I'm getting pushed. So I'm getting myself on balance and getting out of the situation. Which with that, a lot of people are going to interpret it as, or create their own storylines for seeing what they want to interpret it. But I know what I did, and the man upstairs knows what I did.
Look, I'm the guy who's always had his back. I was there when he was laying out Jake Delhomme in the preseason, blasting Jay Cutler in the back last season, and trying to rip Andy Dalton's melon right off his shoulders. I was the guy saying he plays a nasty position for a beaten-down franchise. You know, while he played on the edge, he wasn't dirty, just violent. But what I saw on Thanksgiving wasn't just dirty, it was filthy. Forget meeting with Roger Goodell. He had to sit down with Dana White. Except stomping a cat who's down isn't even allowed in MMA. I'm not even sure it's allowed in the street. I have never seen a guy this concerned with his image do more to jack it up as quickly as Ndamukong Suh has. He was already voted the dirtiest player in the league in a poll by his peers, and that was before the stomp. Big man, you're wearing that scarlet letter, and it's going to take a lot of work now to shake it. The only way to do that is to stay down, keep your mouth shut, and just win games.